In fact, there's a progression that we discover if we look at a few other places in the Bible of Paul's impact. It began with the palace guard. Who would have figured? Who would have figured that Paul would have a burgeoning ministry that would start as he was chained to one guy at a time in 6-hour shifts? But then it moved to Caesar's household. Philippians chapter 4, verse 22 tells us that a lot of people in Caesar's echelon of leadership came to Christ. How did it happen? Well, they weren't visiting Paul necessarily, but it was the guards. They were being affected. They were telling their families. They were telling their friends. They were talking about Paul. And then other people were hearing this message and they were coming to Christ. But that's not where it stops. Because it says in this text, in the last part of verse 13, that everyone else was hearing about the message as well, and they were coming to Christ. But it goes even farther, because outside of our text in 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 8, it says that this gospel went everywhere. Everywhere. The Lord's message rang out from you not only in Macedonia and Achaia, your faith in God has become known everywhere. You see what's happening? Do you see if it's fragile joy and you're thrown in prison and you're locked up and you're limited and you've got the little violin comes out, that's fragile joy and peace. Durable joy and peace is the capacity to see even what others might consider chains as an opportunity. And I just want to ask you, what is it in your life that you have treated as if it's a chain versus an opportunity? Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's your spouse. Maybe it's your kids. Maybe it's your neighborhood. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's an in-law. I don't know what it is, but what I can tell you is that you can choose to think of it as a chain, or you can think of it as a chain of opportunities that can impact people right next to you and then in ever-increasing concentric circles away from you if you're willing to. This is part of what durable joy involves.